is in the house. Yeah, 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 yeah. We are kicking it with Auntie Leah. Yeah, let's get it, let's do it, let's go. Yeah, let's go, let's get it with Auntie Leah. Yeah, yeah, come on, let's do it. Nothing better than kicking it with Auntie Leah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Auntie Leah is in the house. Yeah, 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 yeah. We are kicking it with Auntie Leah. Yeah, let's get it, let's do it. Come on in. Come on in now. So Auntie Leah can do a thing. Yeah, 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 yeah.
This ain't clout. This ain't views.
Yo, what it do? What it do? Welcome
truth.
back and kicking it with Auntie Leah.
No matter where it leads.
I mean, everybody share the live.
Truth, gang.
While we wait on other people to come in.
True gang, true gang.
Drop True Gang in the comments. Y'all know how we do
True
it. Let's
gang.
go. Everybody hit the like button as well.
We don't fold, we don't run, we don't break. Every lie getting exposed in they face.
No fear, no silence. We applying that
Salute,
pressure.
salute.
If it's
Welcome,
dark, we shine the light. We uncover whatever.
We don't stop, we don't quit, we don't bend. We going all the
Got a
way
good
to
show
the
planned for you
end.
No
tonight.
matter where the road take us, we stand 10 toes down.
Hey, because we want the
We want
truth.
the truth.
Hey, we just waiting on more people to come into the building. Salute.
And nothing but the truth.
Hey, reminder, thank you so much for being back, baby. Let's get it. Hey.
We don't move our feelings, we move our facts. Paperwork, timelines, yeah, we double check that. If it don't add up, then we questioning it. If it's
Everybody
hidden
please
in
share the
the
live
dark,
and like
we
the live. We're just waiting on some more people to come in.
They want silence,
Drop that
they want
truth
faith,
gang in the
they want
comments.
control. They want narratives push that we don't expose, but we build different, yeah, we cut from truth. We don't buy the pressure, we don't water down proof.
Yeah.
We ain't running from nothing but a lie, and when we do run, we run it towards
Let's
the
talk
truth.
about
No
it.
hesitation, no fear in the booth.
I'm
We
ready to
take
share the
it,
live
we
right
break it
now.
through.
Dang.
We don't run, we don't break.
Dang.
Every lie getting exposed in they face. We don't fold, we don't run, we don't break. Every lie getting
Let's talk
exposed
about
in they
it.
face.
They quiet when it matter, but we loud for them. Candlelight tears, yeah, we cry for them. They want to check, try to settle pain. But we want truth, we want real name.
in the bush.
Ain't no healing if the truth hit.
Just waiting on
Ain't no
some people
peace
to
if
come
they
in.
slide it. They politics trying to twist the story, but we 10 toes, yeah, we fight
We're
for
gonna talk
it.
about it. Y'all get ready
No
for the
matter
troll.
where we going,
But it's all good.
no matter what it
We still
costs,
gonna talk about it.
Truth over everything.
Cause truth
we
over
chosen.
everything. And something ain't right. Salute. We got a good show planned for you guys tonight. Salute, Gabby. Praying for you, baby girl.
We don't fold, we don't run, we don't break.
don't-
Truth,
Hey.
every lie getting exposed in they face.
In they face. Wait on some more people to come into the building.
That pressure. If it's
Welcome
dark, we
to
shine
the
the
ones
light.
in the back.
We uncover whatever.
We want the truth.
Yes, we want the truth. Nothing
And nothing.
but the truth. Welcome back to Kicking It with Auntie Leah and the Truth Gang. Tonight we are going to talk about two young kings, two tragedies. Y'all know how we do it, okay? I don't know if you guys know who Kendrick Johnson is, if you are new to my platform, but Kendrick Johnson was a 17-year-old kid that attended Lowndes High School. He went missing at around 1:30 p.m. on January the 10th, 2013, out of Valdosta, Georgia. On January the 11th, 13, he was found rolled up in a gym mat, and they deemed his death an accident, which everybody on our platform and across the world, you have some that believe it was an accident, but we know after reviewing the evidence that it was not an accident. Tonight we will also be discussing the Austin Metcalf and Karmelo Anthony trial as well. And I'm going to try to do a little comparison because both events happened at school. Well, Kendrick was actually in the gym, and Austin died on the track field or in the stadium. I want to talk about the difference in responses to both tragedies. One, Kendrick Johnson is African American, and basically there was no investigation done. Austin Metcalf was Caucasian, and the response was immediate. It was direct. It was pursued with everything that they had. Why didn't the case of Kendrick Johnson get the same urgency? We are going to have some guests that are come around in about an hour or so. They will be on the panel with us to bring some more evidence or that they've gathered regarding the Karmelo Anthony case. Right now, I do want to start out with a video. Interesting video. Hey, Mary A, thank you so much for being here, dear. I appreciate you being here. Again, guys, if anybody wants to bless the channel, I don't normally say this a lot. It actually kind of, it's weird to me to say this because I believe if God wants you to bless the channel, he will put it on your heart to bless the channel. So I don't believe that I have to say it every time that I'm on live, and I don't believe that I have to say it multiple times. You see the way that you can donate if you feel, if God puts it on your heart. If he doesn't, I don't want it, no way. I only want what God has for me. Okay? So we're going to start out with this video that I thought was very interesting because this is how I feel. This is the anger that I feel when it pertains to the situation with Austin and Hunter and Karmelo Anthony. So I'm going to start out with this video. I thought it was very interesting because it was kind of hard for me to explain what I was feeling. I'm going to ask everybody not to inbox me right now. Let me get some, because your inboxes will come up on the screen because this video that I am going to play is on Facebook. All right, let's go.
I was there the first day when they selected jury. I was there the last day when they gave closing arguments at the invitation of the family. And y'all, I sat in that courtroom disgusted because of the fact that the defense did not defend Karmelo Anthony. I sat there disgusted because the prosecuting attorney then had the nerve to paint Karmelo Anthony as a monster of a man, and then he closed out with this, and y'all reach your own conclusions. He told that jury of all non-blacks, he said, you have an opportunity here in Collin County to determine the kind of community that you want to live in, as he pointed at that little boy who suffers from seizures. What do you think he was saying to that all non-black jury? And you gonna talk about you're gonna talk about de-escalation, you're gonna talk about telling our kids to calm down. No, you tell the kids to calm down. Who I went out to that Collin County courthouse and they came up to me. They said, thank you for being here, Pastor. But my question to you is, we can't defend ourselves because George Zimmerman can hunt down Trayvon Martin and he can get off for stand your ground. But this boy, our friend, can't even defend himself. We are not safe. I was there
And I agree 1,000%. with what this man just said. What do you all think? What do you all think about what he just said? Because that is everything. That is everything that I am feeling today. After reviewing what they have made available, I feel like, first of all, we always have to be afraid of being treated differently just because of the color of our skin. So now you've made an example out of Karmelo Anthony to try to instill our right to defend ourselves. Hey, Fluffy, thank you so much for being here. Hey, Tasha, thank you so much for being here. I know it's going to be a lot of trolls. Let them stay mad. Let them stay mad because they know I'm right. They know I'm right. They know we're right when we're trying to explain, and I'm done trying to explain my position. My position is, if Austin and Hunter would not have approached Karmelo, if they would have not been bullies, if they wouldn't have reached out and touched him, then Austin would not have been reached out and touched back. And that is the bottom line. So let them cry themselves a river in those comments. Do me a favor, please do your best to ignore them, because tonight they will not get my attention. They will not get my attention at all, because I want to talk about the differences in the response to these two tragedies. The speed of the investigations. For instance, Kendrick Johnson, 6 hours until they called the coroner to the crime scene. 6 hours. He was found at approximately 10 a.m. in the old gym. The coroner was not called for 6 hours. Law enforcement had 6 hours to concoct the story, stage a crime scene allegedly, and call his brutal beating and death an accident. Whereas Austin, they made the arrest. They had the suspect who basically was defending himself. They had that evidence. He didn't deny defending himself. He did not try to run from the scene, but yet they convicted him even prior to the trial. Why? Why wasn't that same attention given to the Kendrick Johnson case? That's what I want to talk about. That is exactly what I want to talk about. They didn't do any investigation for Kendrick. They tried to even get out of doing an autopsy on a 17-year-old black king that died at school. But this investigation, if that's what you want to call it, I'm going to be honest with you. It was a conviction. The very second that they found out who caused, or who they're telling the world caused the unaliving of Austin, because I got doubts. I got doubts about who really gave Austin that final blow. I got doubts. It is what it is. But it's just strange how the response to a black kid getting unalived at school versus a white kid getting unalived at school. Kendrick Johnson didn't receive an investigation. Before autopsy and everything, they said it was an accident. It was an accident. He reached down in the mat. Yeah, we know that the hole in the mat was too little, but he shimmied his way down in the mat, reaching for a shoe. Like we that dumb. Like black people are that dumb to really try to go down the top of a mat to reach head first into a mat. And we know we can't fit, but we're going to squeeze ourselves down in the mat and unalive ourselves. That's a lie. We all know it's a lie. What do you all think? I'm going right over. Yes, right. Mary A. Roid rage. It could have been in both situations. We don't have toxicology reports on neither one. I'm just disappointed. If I had any, and I didn't, but if I had any confidence in the justice system in America, I have zero confidence anymore. The prosecution lied to the jury right in front of the judge. I'm pretty sure the prosecutor saw that video that they released to us. I'm pretty sure he knew that Austin and Hunter were not already sitting down in that tent, but he said it anyway. He said it anyway. He showed the jury that anyway. Right? Right. All the way through. Coaching witnesses. That kid that we read the testimony that was actually called by the defense, he was nervous and he was giving his testimony and he was basically saying, yes, Hunter and Austin were the aggressors, and they took a break. Mid-testimony. Where they do that at? Where they do that at? In Collin County. He came back, asked the final question. What do you think it was the aggressor? Karmelo, can you please explain to me how Karmelo was the aggressor? Guys, I'm going to ask you that you please hit the like button and share the live. Let's talk about it. I'm going to ask you also to just ignore the trolls. Okay, so Tasha says, if the boys were suspended the week prior, they should have not been allowed at the event. Nevertheless, in charge or leading anything, right? And then you got people that want to just put out a narrative that, yes, the African American coach texted Austin and said, hey, can you help lead the event? But what he did not do is tell Austin to police the tent, did he? That's not what his testimony said. And no, he shouldn't have been contacted. Even if he wasn't suspended, even if it was just an investigation into their behavior, I don't care what it was. He was not in good standing with the school at that time, so he should not have been texted. Number one. Number two, why are you texting a kid for help to do an adult job? Coach Star, you hold some responsibility. You hold some responsibility in this situation. Let's move to the next comment. Let me see. Anybody else got? So yeah, well, I see the trolls, baby. We don't care. We don't care nothing about them. They non-existent to me. I'm just trying to decipher who is the trolls and who are here to hear the truth. Okay, so I'm skipping over yours. All right. Oh, I'm going to compare cases because we definitely going to talk about the difference in response. So as I was stating, why the trolls and bullies with the Austin Hunter syndrome on my platform, in my house, in my space, are trying to tell me what to do and try to dictate how I'm going to run my show. My next point, Austin Metcalf's death immediately triggered a homicide investigation, an arrest, a prosecution, a trial, and a conviction. While Kendrick Johnson's death was quickly ruled an accident without any forensic evidence, without any investigation, despite the questions that was raised by the Johnsons and independent experts as well, in spite of the witness statements telling the law enforcement what they overheard happened to a young Kendrick Johnson. Because of the color of his skin, his demise was met with nothing but disrespect and a cover-up. And we're 13 years later still waiting for answers for that young kid. Whereas Austin Metcalf, nah. And not only that, the young black king who they allege Unalike Austin, like I said, I have my doubts. We all have our doubts due to the evidence that they've released. Now, if they have some more evidence, release it. Let the evidence speak. Because I don't trust you. I don't trust you, Judge Roach. I don't trust the prosecutors. I damn for sure don't trust the lying-ass little scared witnesses with their contradicting statements. And Eddie, you have Austin's blood on your hands, just like Hunter has Austin's blood on his hands. Period. With your little shit starting ass. And you lied on top of that. And I said what I don't say. If you don't like it, hit the door free. Let's talk about it. Because all I'm seeing is a bunch of trolls, and I'm trying to wean out who and what, and I'm definitely. Hey Tangi, thank you so much for being here, baby. Not trying to give them any of my attention tonight. Okay. Let's see. Wilbur says Eddie is whitewashed. I don't quite know what whitewashed means. I kind of think I do, but if you can kind of explain it to me, because I really don't want to get it wrong. I might not want, I don't want to get it wrong. Okay, V, yeah, you can just leave the channel if you don't like what I'm talking about. This is not a rage or race baiting conversation. This is facts. Kendrick Johnson's case was not investigated. His demise was ruled an accident on the scene, to the point that they didn't even call the coroner Bill Watson to the scene for 6 hours. And then when Bill Watson wanted to even get the autopsy done to try to figure out how he passed away, they tried to block that. This is facts. This is in the FBI files. This is in the investigative reports. So this is not race baiting. This is a direct comparison, a reaction to two deaths that happened on school ground. If you don't like that conversation, you can just respectfully leave. Don't leave the whole YouTube because you don't like the conversation or one of two channels. That don't make sense. Anyway, let's keep going. They should have disciplined those Metcalf twins. Poor parenting is why Austin isn't here with us. I mean, I agree with that. And what I don't understand is people don't want to really talk about that part. They don't. People want to go straight to Karmelo Anthony should not have brought a knife to school. That's it. If Austin and Hunter would not have attacked Karmelo and his other people that were surrounding him, the knife or the utility tool is what it is. After I look at it real closely, it has other little trinkets on it that you can do with the knife. So it's a multitasking tool, whatever. It would have just been in his bag. People want to ignore the actions that led up to the knife having to come out the bag, even if that was the knife that came out the bag. But we're not going to talk about that because I don't have any, evidence of anything of that nature right now. But it is my opinion. But you want to just look over the fact that bad behavior and that bullying is what really led to this tragedy. Nobody's happy that Austin is dead. I'm not happy that Austin is dead. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach my children how to stay alive, and that it's not to approach someone. If you ask them to do something and they don't want to do it, okay. And if you've been in charge or whatever you think that Austin was, that's not what the file says, but we'll go with that narrative. And if that child, son of mine, does not comply, do not approach that child, son of mine. Go get the coach, the authorities involved, okay? Bring them over and let them approach that child. It's simple. As simple as that. It's very simple, okay? Tasha says parents need to teach their kids to keep their hands to themselves. Absolutely. Okay. Let me see. Who else? Anybody else have anything that's yes, I'm saved and I'm born again. Thank you very much. That's how I can really identify the initial issue of this problem that happened, this tragedy. Rest in peace, Austin. And I pray that you didn't pass away in vain. I pray that people use this example to teach their kids not to do that. That was, anyway, let's see. Anyway, we're going to skip right over y'all stupid, dumb questions. Oh, how am I encouraging somebody to attack when I'm simply up here trying to teach you how to tell your kids not to attack? Make that make sense. I'm trying to teach you to teach your kids not to attack, to avoid conflict altogether. But influencers like myself have young folks thinking that violence is okay. Y'all are just really delulu in the mind. But anyway, let's get to the next video. Not going to give them too much of my time because, you know, they talking ignorant just because of the color of their skin, and trying to project their racism onto us is crazy work. So I have another video that someone sent me. I didn't actually watch the video, so this video may or may not be an opinion of mine, but they wanted me to share it, so I'm going to share it with my audience. Let's get into it.
I'm Karmelo Anthony, older brother, and I was senior. I go to the same school as they went to. And for everybody saying that it wasn't a race thing, it really was though. Cause they been beefing. They was beefing all year.
Oh, really? That's new.
My little bro did know him.
Wait.
He just knew of him. He didn't know him. But
Wait. That kind of confirms what the young lady that was on our panels last night said, right? Didn't they say that Austin and Hunter actually followed Karmelo's girlfriend? And there was a connection between the girlfriend with Karmelo, that they knew of Karmelo. They knew. Now his brother is saying that there was beef. Let me turn my music down. I got to hear this loud and clear. Loud and clear. Let's go back. And let me blow this up so you guys can see this. All right, let's listen to this again.
what's up, y'all? I'm Karmelo Anthony, older brother, and I was senior. I go to the same school as they went to. And for everybody saying that it wasn't a race thing, it really was though. Cause they been beefing. They was beefing all year. My little bro did know him. He just knew of him. He didn't know him, but he knew of him. And they was bullies at the school.
No, we know that for a fact.
But I told Karmelo, if you get into anything with them, call me, bro. I'ma handle it. They're not finna touch you or nothing. But he never called me. Why you didn't call me, bro? What the fuck? And I just wanted to come on here to let y'all know that it ain't a race thing, bro. It was just two teenagers acting out, you know? So can we please drop the race card? And like,
I agree with that.
Why I gotta be all this racist shit? And I don't know, bro. I tried to tell moms and pops that we need to go to a different school. We need to go to a different school because it was just too much. I just felt weird vibes. Like, I don't know. But it ain't fair. 35 years. You know, the brothers was on Metcalf. They was on steroids and stuff. And that's labeled as a...
You know what's crazy?
I'm Karmelo.
You know what's crazy? Truth Gang. He said that the brothers allegedly were on steroids. Sound familiar? Does that sound familiar to Kendrick Johnson's case? Does that sound familiar to what happened to Kendrick Johnson, allegedly, the Brian Bell, Ryan Hall, and the other Bell brother, Brandon, allegedly. Brian Bell was on steroids, went into a road rage over a girl. Kendrick got the best of him. They jumped him, and he got the best of him. Brian picked up a 45-pound weight, allegedly, and smacked Kendrick upside, the right side of his face, unalived, and wrapped him up in a school mat. Doesn't that sound familiar, guys? Road rage. Yes. Roid. I'm reading it, but still want to say road, but it's roid rage. Steroids, correct. Why? Why do they feel so entitled? Same with Brian and Brandon. It's the same with Austin and Hunter. Bullies in the school. Known bullies in the school. Going around the school, terrorizing people. And the school didn't do nothing about it. The school just let it go on. Why? Let's talk about it. Forget the trolls. Let's really get into it. Okay? Anybody else got anything to say? Let's look at something else. I'm going to bring up one more point here. Like I've always said, why did the past of these investigations look so different? Let's talk about it in the comments. I'm not talking about with the trolls. Let's talk about it in the comments amongst ourselves. Why do you think that these investigations went so different and they looked so different? One could say because it was the color of their skin. Matter of fact, I'm going to say it. It was. It was. My other question was, who was Jeff Metcalf linked up with in high places in Collins County? Like Brian Bell and Brandon Bell, of course, we know their dad, Rick Bell, was an FBI agent. So he was linked up with law enforcement all the way through it. So if anybody can find out, let's see who Jeff was really linked up to be able to pull strings like this, to be able to get this kid convicted prior to even going to trial. And that's my opinion. That's my opinion. 2 kids in a school dead. One swift justice, which turned out to be a railroad and really wasn't justice, in my opinion. The other one, 13 years later, the Johnsons in the community, in the world that love Kendrick Johnson, are still fighting for answers. Both died in the school. Both. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the preservation of evidence. They didn't even preserve, to me, in my opinion, the little evidence that they had in Austin's case, because there wasn't really no evidence to prove an intentional murder. In Kendrick's case, they destroyed all the evidence, intentionally destroyed all the evidence. Was that their intent as well in the Austin Metcalf case? What do you all think? To destroy all evidence that led up to the self-defense that I believe really happened. Cell phone videos. Where are they? Those kids had phones. Eddie mentioned and admitted that he took out his phone to record. Now, he changed the story and said, well, I was just pretending. We know that kids do not pretend to record fights. Where's the cell phone footage? No blood visibly on the knife. Lack of blood evidence on Karmelo Anthony himself. Botched surveillance footage like the one that I'm posting every day regarding the Kendrick Johnson case. Matter of fact, Kendrick's footage is from 2013. And the footage connected to the Austin Metcalf case is just as grainy, just as poor. What's really going on? But I'll see a clip that's played on the news that's just clear. Why are they hiding things? Why are they hiding things? A defense attorney. What defense attorney? Karmelo didn't have a defense attorney. He had paid opposition on his team. He had somebody that did not object, did not really cross-examine, didn't really have anything lined up for defense, wouldn't allow Karmelo to tell his story, even put a witness on there that was able to be flipped mid-testimony on break. Karmelo didn't have any defense on his team. Most definitely a cover-up. Most definitely a cover-up. Hey, Mary, that's the same thing I said. It is most definitely giving the bells. That's right. At this point, justice for Karmelo. At this point, because he was the one that was attacked. He was the one that was afraid for his life. He was the one taken out of his character, made to defend himself after he said several times, "Don't touch me." Austin proceeded to touch him more than once. The last time it was more than a touch. Let's just be real about it. If you don't like my show, exit, please. I don't need to hear no way. All right, so let's watch another one. Just a second. Somebody else sent me something. All right, let me drop the link for our guest in their chat real quick. And we got a little over 30 minutes left that before they get here. Let's see. I know somebody else gave me. Okay. Yes, let's talk about this one. This is Dr. Umar again, and I agreed again with what he's about to say. Okay, so let me turn the music down first. Let's listen.
Hunter, is it not true that it was 4 of you and not just your brother?
Eyewitnesses explicitly stated they saw phones out. Even Karmelo's friend Eddie took the stand and claimed he was just faking like he was recording for clout. Who pulls out a working smartphone during a fight and just pretends to record? It makes zero sense. The reality is that the real footage likely would have destroyed the prosecution's case.
Right.
It would have shown Karmelo trapped in his seat with 6'2" football players towering over him. But because Karmelo was isolated in that specific social circle, the pressure was immense. His own homie had to distance himself on the stand just to avoid becoming a total pariah at school. The clear footage was kept hidden, and the jury was forced to rely on incredibly grainy, shadowed videos that didn't show a single definitive thing. Then you have the absolute kicker, the twin brother, Hunter Madave, who was right there when everything went down, never took the stand. I don't know a single twin in the history of the world who wouldn't testify at the murder trial of their own brother, especially if they did nothing wrong.
Right.
Why did the prosecution shield him? Because if Hunter stepped up there, the defense would have cross-examined him and asked, "Isn't it true that you and your brother started this? Isn't it true that there were actually 4 of you trying to jump Karmelo?" Hunter was clearly way more involved as an agitator than the state wanted to admit.
Hunter, is it?
What do you all think? I agree with that 100%. Actually, I just said everything he said, and I've never watched that video before. Right? But nobody really wants to talk about that. Nobody really wants to talk about that truth right there. That very important truth. I got something else that I want to play real quick while we talk about it in the comments. Again, please do whatever you can to ignore the paid trolls that have come in here to try to disrupt the live. we're not going to let them. So let me see which one. Nope. Was it this one? Okay, I think it was this one. Let me pull
I'm
up.
gonna say this again. Somebody just came in my comments and
Wait a
say,
minute, that's not it.
"What if it was your son that got stabbed?" First of all, you know how y'all train y'all dogs not to.
Is it this one? It wasn't this one. It might be this one. It is this one. So hold on a second. Let me bring the video up. Share the screen. I thought this one had some very good points in it as well.
To the Karmelo Anthony situation. We all know that they just found him guilty and they just gave him like 35 years.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on that?
Karmelo was innocent. Let's look at this. He goes to the track meet. His team has not yet arrived with his team's tent. It starts raining outside. Karmelo's girlfriend's play cousin, Eddie Para, is sitting under the tent for that team. Eddie invites Karmelo under the tent because it's raining. So Karmelo comes and he sits and he's talking to his snow bunny girlfriend's play cousin, right? And then all of a sudden, 6 or 7 white boys start pulling up. One go this way, one go this way. 4 come to Karmelo. Within those 4 are the twins, Austin and Hunter, right? Rest in peace to Austin. They start telling Karmelo he got the lead. Karmelo said, I don't have to go nowhere. And prior to them telling Karmelo that he had to leave, Karmelo made a joke about the football team not being that great, just regular kid stuff, right? So they decided to accost him and force him to leave. Karmelo said, I'm not going nowhere. Now, mind you, Karmelo never leaves his seat.
Never.
He's only 5'8", 135 pounds. Both of these white boys, linebackers, I believe at least one of them is, they're about 215 pounds, stocky football. 2, right?
Right.
So they grab his hoodie, they put him in a headlock. To me, in my opinion, those 4 white boys who were there were about to stomp him out. They're about to stomp Karmelo out.
Because it's 4 and it's just him.
And they get into a tussle. They keep daring Karmelo to pull the knife out, right? But Karmelo is saying, listen, I don't want to get into that.
So they was daring him.
Daring him because Karmelo said,
So
don't
they
touch
knew
me
he
no
had
more.
the knife.
He told them, but they didn't know. They thought he was lying to prevent them from beating him up. That's what I believe. So Karmelo's like, I got something on me. I better start playing. Turns out it's a multi-tool. The Boy Scout knife, you got a fork on it, you got a knife on it, you got a fire. It was that. Kids bring them to school all the time. So when you hear Caucasian Nation, white people saying things like, why did he have a knife? It wasn't a knife. It was a multi-tool. Furthermore, let's not be disingenuous, Caucasian Nation, because y'all go to war for the right to walk out of your house with a gun on your hip every day. So you mean to tell me y'all fight for the right to carry a on your hip every day, and you question a kid as to why he have a knife? When you put on your hip today, did you leave your house with the expectation that you were going to kill somebody? No, you didn't. You claim you wore it for what? The possibility of defense if I get into a situation. So why couldn't Karmelo have the knife for the same reason? So you got white people talking about both sides of their face. On the one hand, you pro right to carry, blah, blah, blah. This kid got a knife, and all of a sudden he's a criminal, but you're not a criminal, and you walk out your house with it every day.
Come on.
See the double standard?
Let's get into
very much so double standard and idiocracy. Okay, in my opinion. All right. So let's go. Any comments that are not trollish? Everybody, it's paid opposition out there. Let's see. I agree as well. The comparison is diabolical. The comparison between the response to 2 kids dying at school. One got basically nothing but a huge cover-up, botched autopsy. We got the autopsy of Kendrick Johnson. We see the bruises all over his body. But yet, Dr. Gaffney and Kraft lied and said there's no bruises on his body. His lungs weighed underweight. They were not heavy in cases when people die of asphyxia, but you wrote on there, positional asphyxia is the reason that Kendrick Johnson passed away. So you lied. Not only that, you removed his organs. You were supposed to weigh them, examine them, take samples, send them off. You lied and said you put them back in the body, sent them to the funeral home, but the organs never arrived of Kendrick Johnson's. His clothes mysteriously disappeared. So now there's no organs to determine what he really died from, even though another specialist who have more credentials than you, Dr. Kraft, determined that he did pass away of blunt force trauma. Okay, so you said you put the organs back in his body and sent him to the funeral home and they magically disappeared. But the autopsy tech that was in the room gave a statement to the coroner that no. We destroyed his organs. There was no consequences to that lie. Just like there was no consequences in Eddie's lie on the stand. Just like there was no consequences to any of the witnesses that lied on the stand in the Karmelo Anthony case. So yeah, we mad. And yes, there's comparisons that will be made. Period. Point blank. All right, let's go. My next thing is, in Austin's case, law enforcement secured evidence, witness statements, video, and forensic evidence right away. Or the lack of, to be honest with you. But let's just go with that flow, with that narrative. They secured it right away. In Kendrick cases, and concerns have been raised about scene preservation. Even the coroner said the scene was contaminated. It wasn't preserved. Somebody moved the body. Things look moved around. You have onlookers hanging out in the gyms, parents in the hallway, kids inside the gym. School went on as normal, while Kendrick Johnson's body laid in a mat in same said gym. Modern day lynching, literally. Karmelo Anthony, modern day lynching in the court system, literally. Oh, you may not like it. You know what an exit is if you don't. But my next question is, how important is evidence preservation when determining the truth? How important is it? So why didn't you collect everything that was in the trash cans around Austin, the scene of Austin's body? You would have seen or found, possibly, well, maybe not found the actual alleged weapons, because the kid circled back, reached back into the trash can and got whatever it was out and hauled ass. But you would have seen some, maybe some blood or something in the trash can. It could have been something left, because I know you saw, Mr. Forensic Video Viewer, those kids. I know you saw those kids do that. And what kid in their right mind automatically runs to the trash can after their close friend and team member gets stabbed in the chest? Didn't even see. Nobody said, oh my God, what happened to Austin? Everybody scattered to hide things. And one more thing. I saw Karmelo come directly out of the tent. How the hell did his book bag get where it was? Because Austin had it. Austin had his book bag. So how did his book bag get up there? Where it was on the scene. Let me see if I can bring that up. Let's see if I can bring that up, because I have those photographs here. Let's take a look at those photographs. Lord, please let this technology be nicer to Auntie tonight. Tonight. Do I have the photographs up though? Or did I close them on an accident? If I don't, I will get them. They in here somewhere. So don't even worry your little self about that. Here they are. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's go through the photographs. Well, while we're waiting on our guests, let's see if we got any reasonable questions that are not trollish in the building. Because I'm not playing with y'all tonight. Neither I'm about to stoop to your level. Not at all. Not at all. Let me see. I know you don't care what happened. And that's your problem. I don't care if my kid bullied. I don't care if my kid hit that kid. It doesn't matter. He still stabbed the kid. Who gives a damn that my kid started it? Do you know how dumb you sound, Mr. David? Do you know how ignorant you sound? You sound very ignorant, very uneducated, and diabolical in the mind and sick in the heart. You don't care? No, The proper response is, all of this was a tragedy. None of this should have happened. And let me warn my kids not to start shit with other kids. Because that's what exactly what should happen. Anyway, last time I responded to, no, maybe not. I might have to get with somebody else. But let me try to find a good comment. They wasn't trying to get out the tent, sir. Did you watch or ma'am? Did you watch the footage? They walked to the tent with a mission. They already knew what they was going to do. They went straight to Karmelo. They didn't go to the tent and sit down to get out of the rain. They walked to the tent and went straight to this kid's face. And that we did see. All right. Campbell says the double standard is real. The standard, the stand your ground law was made to protect them from us. It's not equal. And we seen that. We see that. I agree that Umar had a very good point. Let me see. No, his team did not have a 10 at all. Matter of fact, I believe his coach testified that Karmelo arrived to the track meet early, and the team that had the tent, the bus that had the tent, wasn't there yet, or never made it at all. Thank you so much, Gabrielle. Let me see. Anybody else? I already explained it. If you can't comprehend today, I can't help. I can't help your ability to comprehend. I can't help. Okay, moving on. Moving right along. I just love how you guys love to try to project your racism on us. I just love the way you guys do that. I'm not racist at all. I love white people. I hate racists. It's a difference. I hate racists. I don't care what race you belong to. If you're a racist, I don't like you. Period. But I absolutely love everybody. See what I said? Okay, so yes, Tasha. What? Think about it, guys. People who got sense that's on my platform right now. Why would you run to the trash can? Not one, but two. Straight to the trash can. Okay? Do something away. All right, let's see. Anybody else? Nope. So let's go through these photos real quick. Let me get the comments. So this is obviously his mugshot. Let me make it a little smaller. This is the stadium, and where it's yellow, that's where the tent was, and that's where it happened. Right there. I don't know if you guys want me to blow it up. So it happened roughly right there, like very close to the field. Very close to the field. It's crazy work. All right, so this is the sketch of Austin. Unfortunately, may he rest in peace. Sad situation. Nobody is glorifying Austin's death on this channel. But if you try me, I'm just going to tell you the raw truth. You put your hands on somebody, likely this will happen to your kid again. It happened to your kid if your kid puts your hands on somebody, and especially if it's more than one. So look how big the hole is. That is kind of weird to me, how big the hole is. You know what I'm saying? It looks like it would take a lot of force to put a hole in somebody's chest of that magnitude, in my opinion. What do you guys think about the actual wound? I'm not supporting Karmelo just because he's black. If this happened to a white kid, I would support that white kid. If it was two or more black, big, huge bullies against a white kid, and this white kid took out a knife to defend himself and happened to unalive that black kid, oh, well, good. I mean, the black kid shouldn't have touched the white kid. See, that's the difference between you and me. So stop with the deflection. Let's move on. But guys, look how big the wound is. It's just odd that it's that big for a quick jab. Anyway, let's keep going. There is no other wounds mentioned on this autopsy diagram at all. So, okay, let's switch this around. So here is the tent when it was still up. All the book bags are still in place. Austin is laying on the ground right there, poor kid. And everybody is around attempting to save Austin's life at this point. But his friends had cut out running and dropping evidence, in my opinion. What do you say, Tasha? That the kids was hiding the weapons that created that wound. I mean, that wound is pretty darn big. It's pretty darn big for a quick jab that they admit went through the bone or to the bone or whatever. None of this is making sense to me, and they think that we're going to stop trying to figure it out. No. So pretty much be prepared to be mad 7 days a week on this platform if you continue to you want to bully me and continue to want to control me in my own house. Stay mad. All right, here's another picture of Karmelo's mugshot. Nope. So here is the wound. Look how big the wound is. It just, and it's deep. Almost as if somebody pushed Austin like hard into a knife, or he fell on it or something, or maybe it wasn't the knife that hey Theo, that they're saying that it is. I don't know. Something is a little bit off about this evidence, but because they have this gag order on the evidence and the case files and the transcripts, you really can't do your own looking. They want you to just take their word for it and just believe them, and I don't, and I never will. And it's probably just because of what happened with Kendrick Johnson. So I think I'm going backwards. I don't really know what this is. It's just officers standing around. This is Karmelo in the cop car with a very small speck of blood, a few specks of blood, I guess, on his index finger right there. To me, you would think that it's more blood. Again, I'm not a forensic analyst, so I can't state that as a fact. But, you know, I'm asking the questions. You can get mad all you want to. I'm going to ask the questions. Okay, so Vicky says, right, what did they throw away? We saw it in the video. We most definitely did. Let me see. Hey, dear Selfie, good evening. The truth sounds like hate to the ones that can't handle it. Absolutely. Campbell says Karmelo definitely wasn't the only one with a knife. I don't believe it was, because they threw away that knife before they even tried to figure out what happened to Austin. That whatever, if it was a knife, I don't know what it was. I can't state it as a fact, but they threw away whatever it was those two kids had in that trash can before they even figured out what happened to Austin. Definitely his bullying backfired for sure. And that's the hard truth. Tasha says the multi-tool that they showed couldn't have been the weapon that caused that wound. That's why them kids was going to the trash. Possible, man. I swear we're asking those questions. They need to just cough up the file. That is a very big, deep wound. Hey, is it Mel him? Thank you so much for being here. We got about 15 minutes before our guests show up. We understand. I didn't hear him say he admitted to stabbing, blah, blah, blah. He said they touched me. I told him not to. He put his hands on me. I did it. I'm not alleged. So whatever. I ain't hear him say stab. Did not. Did anybody hear him say stab on the camera? Now, I might be wrong, but I didn't hear him say stab on the camera. Dear said his brother Eddie or Carson did it. Who is Carson, dear? Enlighten me, baby. No, you actually, you have to be a certain type of stupid to be somewhere that you're not wanted. See, if I'm not wanted, I'm not coming. See, what I won't do, you can say what the hell you want to on your platform. One thing you won't see is me in your comments. So again, who's the stupid one? That would be you, Billy, with your dumb ass. Try again. Theo said, that's a big wound for the kind of knife he supposedly stabbed him with. Correct. I agree. Deer says he never admitted to it. He said he was the suspect, thinking he was being held for a fight. Right. Yep. They saying the knife was in that deep because he fell on it after the altercation. It makes sense the wound expanded. Man, that wound does not fit that knife. I want to see the forensics. I can't. Oh, they need. Lord, this help. I'm laughing too, Tariq. Tasha said the blood on his hands doesn't equal the blood that should have came from that wound. I agree. He was, poked in the heart. It doesn't make sense to me. Yep. Even if I was making shit up, even this, I know I'm not, but even if I was, what business is yours? This is the Kicking It with Auntie Leah show. Not the Billy Badass Bear 651 show. See, your ass on up out of here, sir. Why you here? You got that Austin Hunter syndrome, bullying mentality, and you gonna get your ass roasted over here. Anyway, back to the regular schedule program. Yes. You're saying that I saw that was Carson that changed his clothes after the fact. Okay. I didn't know who the kid was at all. So, guys, while you're here, can I get you to hit the like button for me, please? The trolls are don't let them take you out of focus. Just hit the like buttons. Everybody that's here for the truth, hit the like button, please. I didn't know that the kid's name was Carson, so no, I had no idea. This is when they can't bother you and they can't fade you, and when you are so unbothered by their bullshit, they come up with stupid, corny ass shit like this. Look it, nanny boo boo, and your internet is trash. Shut up, fool! Get out of here. Stupid. No. I mean, you're welcome back if you want to, but it is what it is. Let me see. Proud says they rushed him and stumbled on those bleachers were most likely slippery. Okay. I think that's it. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me see if I got anybody in here that's talking with some sense and not all up in their feelings. Okay, so let's keep looking. All right, so this is his sweatshirt. And this looks like this is the back of his hoodie. I like where it says fear of God. I do believe that this kid was a Christian. I do believe that because he acted like one, in my opinion, after the incident. He stayed on the scene. He was remorseful. He was crying. He asked if he was okay. He didn't believe that Austin was dying because he didn't believe that he rendered any blow that would cause a death. So that's how I know. Yeah. And then he carelessly, emotionally said, "No, I'm not alleged. I did it. I don't believe that he was confessing to unaliving somebody because he didn't know that's what was going on. Let's talk to those kids that threw whatever they threw away in that trash can. And see, any good person with a good heart that have seen that extra stuff going on with those kids throwing stuff in the trash can, any unracist person, any person that was really concerned about what really happened to Austin would be equally concerned about what those kids threw away in that trash can. But people's ignorance kicked in. They don't care because of the color of his skin. They don't care that it's a possibility that somebody else could have rendered that blow at all. Even though there's evidence right in front of them, they won't even question it. That, my friend, is racism. But anyway, on this sweatshirt, I don't see any blood splatter or anything. This is the back. Maybe it shouldn't be. I'm not sure. Not a forensic. I see a little speck of blood in the front. That looks like touch DNA to me. Like when he was running, he may have touched. Look at this little bit. It's not even a splatter. It's not even a splash. So it has to be some type of touch DNA. But he has nothing. Hardly any blood on this kid. For someone to be stabbed in the heart. In my opinion. And let's keep going. And here's another photo of the front of his hoodie. There's a little, they have the marker, evidence marker. Okay. Another photo of it. I think that this is his t-shirt that he had under his hoodie. At first, when I looked at it, I thought maybe that it was his pants folded up, but it looks like it's his t-shirt. Look at the contents that he has in his book bag. Receipts, right? Snacks, a pen, a heart, a necklace with a cross. You want to paint this kid out to be a monster, a gangster, a thug, a watermelon felon. I have not heard anybody in this whole world ever came out with a statement that Karmelo ever bullied anybody. Karmelo ever got into a fight with anybody. Nothing bad about this kid. Only what you trolls conjured up after the incident. You're not even thinking about the type of kid he was prior to this incident, to where he was forced to defend himself. 130 pounds, 5'8", versus two 215-pound football players that look just alike in your face, and a couple of other minions. Yeah. So we got snacks, we got car keys, we got his hair tool, cheeses, and look, we got Scooby-Doo word puzzles. Y'all see that? We got notes from class. Nothing here screams thug. No drugs. Nothing. But y'all mad? What I'm mad about is y'all won't question who them kids was that ran to the trash can. Just because Karmelo is a black boy. That's why you're not questioning it. But if Karmelo was your kid, you'd be questioning it. Look at this. Scooby-Doo. Peppa Pig. Oh, come on, man. This is breaking my heart right here. This is not a thug. Crossroad Pro. Scooby-Doo. Peppa Pig. And this one is, I can't really make it out, but it has to be pertaining to some type of cartoon. Crossroad Puzzles. But this is the thug y'all want us to believe. This is the guy that's in prison. Now, this kid was scared. The content of his book bag, outside of the multi-tool, which to me, if he's a scary kid and maybe he was bullied, we don't know. Maybe he was trying to prepare himself for another incident. Just like his brother said, there's been issues. There's been problems. Why didn't Eddie bring that up? Why did Eddie cover that up? And I know it was some text messages between them that could have been recovered. So again, why didn't law enforcement do their goddamn job? A cover up. Same thing, just like the Kendrick Johnson case. You're not gonna make me believe that this kid's a monster. Is our guest in the comments yet? Not yet. Not quite 9 o'clock yet. Let's take some more questions. If I can find the ones that are not trollish. Okay, if they would have questioned it, it could have caused a reasonable doubt to the jury. Right. But we know that his defense wasn't really defending. Right? Do y'all think that names are... Bob, Michael, calling me dumb is a mute point because your actions, the fact that you on my platform watching me, and the fact that you think I'm dumb, but you're hell bent on being in my space, in my comments, watching me, makes you the most dumbest idiots on YouTube right now. So please, just get out of my place. All right. So this is his book bag. No blood on the big book bag or nothing like that. No struggle over the book bag because Austin had already grabbed the book bag, right? Yep, that's what Hunter said. That's what Hunter said. That's a fact. All right, let's keep going. Now this, I believe, is the jacket that Austin had on. Now you see all this blood. I don't know, man. So maybe the jacket held the blood in. I don't know. Not a forensic specialist. Not gonna lie and say I am. Let's see. Absolutely a cover-up. Absolutely. I'm not sure what this is. It doesn't look like that's the front of that. I mean, the back of that jacket, but this, I think, is the coach's jacket. I'm not sure. I think this is the outside of that same said jacket. Where's the whole, is that the jacket? Wait a minute. I don't know if it's the same jacket. To be honest with you, they're not the same color. One looks kind of darkish black, and this one is grayish. So, but this one has blood in it too. Whose jacket is this? That's why we need the evidence log. I mean, we barely have nothing to go off of. Why are they hiding the file? Just like they did in the Kendrick Johnson case, hoping things will go away. Not gonna happen. Whose jacket was this? It's blood around the neck. Is this the jacket that you guys think this is the jacket that the coach used to try to keep the wound? I don't know, guys. I don't know. Wade, Vietnam. It has a name in it. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can pull it closer. I can't read that. It's faded. But that one looks like Austin's jacket. Can't say it as a fact though. And here's the knife, the infamous knife, or multi-tool. As you can see, it does have other gadgets on it. So, all right, here we are. It does have a little blood at the tip. I think I see it's a little blood down to about this part, but nothing like down to the 2-inch mark, not in my opinion. Here we are again. Why did it change colors? Lighting, I suppose. Now, someone has said that there was initials on this knife, but honestly, guys, I do not see initials on this knife at all. And this is when it was still on the scene. Let's see. Anybody got any questions? Oh, why you can't? Oh, showing the wrong. Okay, I'll back it up. It's showing the wrong. Hold on a second. That's because I moved it. Now I have to reopen it. What is the name of this? State photo exhibits. Let me see if I can get this out of the way altogether and try to show that screen again. My apologies, guys. Let's see if I can pick up the window. There we are. There we are. All right, let me back up. Sorry about that. Thanks for letting me know, Tasha. I'll back up a little bit. All right, so it looks like it's different lighting. So that's why the knife looks a little different in different angles and different cameras. I mean, they did the same thing in Kendrick Johnson. Why y'all taking pictures and photos with different cameras? Stay on. You guys saw it's just a knife that you couldn't see, right? Okay. All right, so this is a knife, different angles. It is multitude. You can do it's something else on there. It's not just a knife. That is not a regular pocket knife. That's for sure. It doesn't look like one. Looks like a box cutter type situation with a blade. It's exactly what it looks like. That is not a regular looking sturdy pocket knife. Stop it. Y'all need to cut it out. Please cut it out. It looks like it has a hook, like a fishing type thing. Fishing type knife. All right. So here's where the tarp was. The tent was. This is the tarp that the detectives, I believe, said in their in the report that they laid over the knife. Is our guest here yet? It's like it's a shoe there, a book bag. Again, I'm not sure whose book bag that is because we don't have the evidence log to tell us what's what. We just have the photos. That's what I'm saying. They give you half the stuff. If you want us to know the truth, release it. Be transparent. Release it all. Stop being selective in what you release. All right. So Karmelo's book bag is now on top of the tarp. That's a shoe. I don't know whose shoe it is, but that is a shoe. Karmelo had his shoes on, so I'm not 100% sure. Could be Austin's shoe. I believe this is the jacket that was used to try to keep the blood under control. They didn't release nothing. Are you an idiot? Yes. I don't even know why I asked that question. They released photos. They did not release all the evidence. Stop it. They didn't release none of the file. Stop it. Anyway, why y'all still here? Let me see. Ever came clean. Seatbelt cutter. It's a seatbelt cutter like for when you go, like if you get your car accidentally go into the pond. It looks like some type of tool. Another photo of the crime scene with the tent down. It's a sad situation. That shouldn't have happened. And it wouldn't have happened if somebody wouldn't put their hands on Karmelo. And it's not even just somebody. It's multiple people. Wouldn't have happened. Yep, if two bullies was taught at home, don't approach no random kid. Salute, salute, salute. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stage. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I have a couple more people coming. I know Nick Mack is coming, and then we have someone who watched the video who's coming. I might have two people who watched the video.
No problem. Do you want me to drop the link in the chat, or just let me know when they're here?
Okay. I've been over the link to them. So yeah, Nick
is here. Okay. All right. Perfect. Everybody, welcome to the panel. We have Nick Mack.
Hi.
And it says justice for Karmelo, but I don't. Rock with us on the panel. We were just going through photos, and then there's somebody else. Nino Brown Eyes is on the panel. Everybody, welcome Nino Brown Eyes to the panel. We were just really watching, just going through the file photos and kind of waiting. I had already discussed the comparison to me between the Kendrick Johnson and the process with the Karmelo Anthony and Austin situation. So welcome to the show. I'm so glad that you are back. Did you send me any videos and stuff like that? Or did you guys just want to just take over and do your thing? I'll just sit back and be amazed and ask my questions when I can.
I do have a couple of videos. I didn't get a chance to send them to you last night, but I'm going to work on them tonight. We're trying to also get some of them cut down because a lot of them are like 3 hour, 2 hour videos that we can't really send through Messenger.
Okay. If you can email them.
We're trying to just isolate the important.
Right.
Okay.
Well,
yeah,
you can clip too. Yep. That'll work as well. And you can always email them. I can put my email address inside. of the
Yes.
chat for you guys. So again, everybody, welcome our guests to the panel. Last night I was kind of asking you questions and kind of leading, but tonight I really just want you guys to just tell your story. And we have somebody else on the panel that wants to come, and we also have AO. Everybody, welcome AO to the panel. Thank you so much for coming to Kick It with Auntie Lee and the Truth Gang. We are so excited to have you guys on the panel with us tonight because we definitely want to hear about your experiences. We want to hear about your story. We want to eat up your knowledge, and because you guys have been, doing this for way longer than myself when it comes to this case. Kendrick, I'm pretty much an expert at Kendrick Johnson because that's what we've been working on. But you guys have been pursuing and researching the Karmelo Anthony, sorry about that, I get mixed up a little bit, case for much longer than us. So we are here to learn from you guys, if that makes sense. So what I would like to do is I would like to just hand the floor over to who's going to lead this conversation. And you guys tell me.
I elect.
If y'all want to go ahead and get
Go ahead.
No, she said if y'all want to go ahead and get started.
Okay, well, I'll just kind of introduce everybody and why I thought they would be a great candidate to come on the show and kind of tell their experience. So Nino, she actually got to see the Frisco ISD video. And then, so she also got to see the video that was released that was state's evidence. So there were a lot of things that she found inconsistent.
Okay.
In that, and she's also been just on this with us, since day one, early days. So she has a lot of knowledge about the case, and she saw the video. So she can speak a lot to that. AO as well. He was actually at the courthouse with us. He didn't go in every day, but he was there every day. So he will have a different experience as well. He saw a lot of things outside, so he can attest to that. And he was in there, I think, the day that they closed.
Okay.
He was in there for that. And he's an attorney, so he can give a different aspect to that. And then, you have me and Raquel. We introduced ourselves yesterday. I'm trying to get one more person. She saw the video at Frisco ISD, and she got into the court one day, so she could bring a different perspective too. I tried to ration it out a little bit, or we did. So I don't know who wants to start. I already talked yesterday, so I do think maybe we could start with Nino.
Okay. Whatever you guys want to do. Let's go. Everybody, Truth Gang, please welcome our panel members. Please be respectful in the comments. It's trolls everywhere. We don't care. Just ignore those. But let's just learn tonight. I'm ready.
Hey everybody. So I went and saw the video. I was in the room with another young lady at my appointment, and we elected to watch the video from the 11-minute mark, 11 minutes prior. They give you the option of 11 minutes prior or 2 minutes prior.
Okay.
So we started at the 11-minute mark, and she offered us paper and pen to take notes, and I accepted. When the video opens, there's 2 timestamps on the monitor. There's one in the upper right-hand corner, which would be the time of day, and the one in the lower right-hand corner, which is the video roll timestamp. So when the video starts, the viewing perspective is from across the field, but you can literally see everything. The bleachers right below the camera, which is in the press box, then the track, the middle of the field, the other side of the track, and then the bleachers where the incident was. And underneath that canopy, when the video starts, you can see Karmelo Anthony sitting in the back, last row of the canopy, looking down at something in his hand. I assumed it was probably a phone. That's just my assumption. And he's looking down. There is someone sitting right next to him to his left, in that last row. But the rows in front of him, 2-3 rows in front of him, was completely empty. there really weren't that many people underneath the canopy. There were people sitting along the front row, and there wasn't really any movement in and out of the canopy that I noted, except for at 9:51. So this is 9 minutes and 51 seconds into the video where Karmelo Anthony is still sitting, looking down. He hasn't left the canopy. He hasn't moved to another seat. He hasn't moved at all. At 9:51 and 52 seconds, someone wearing all black walks into the canopy at the same row where Karmelo Anthony is sitting. And they walk back out. Actually, the time they walk out is at 9:51 and 52 seconds. At 9:52, someone wearing a yellow poncho takes a seat in the front right-hand corner of the canopy. And I'm giving right and left by the viewing perspective. So my right, yellow poncho sits down in the front. And then at 9:54, 4 people in dark hoodies and bottoms are walking up the bleachers simultaneously with a few other students, but they veer off and go right under the canopy and walk all the way up to Karmelo Anthony and immediately start aggressing upon him. His body disappears. The whole time we've been watching him uninterrupted, and they walk all the way up through that open space because the bleachers were empty in front of him, and immediately begin to aggress upon him. And you can see their bodies moving over his. This whole incident, they go in at 9:54, and literally the 4 plus Karmelo Anthony is outside of the canopy at 9:54. The entire incident was like less than 30 seconds. It happened that fast. And you see Karmelo Anthony pushing from like up underneath them, coming out of the back of the canopy, and he's pushing backwards. He's still not standing. So his bottom is down, and he's pushing himself backwards until he gets up to his feet. And then he looks like left and right, like, where can I go? And he takes off running down his left, a wide angle down the bleachers. And 3 of the 4 that entered the canopy start immediately chase behind him. When he makes it to the bottom of the bleachers, he falls, but he pops back up. And then one of the 3 chasing him, who is the closest to the canopy, his running angle isn't as wide as Karmelo or the other 2. You see him once he's at the bottom running, stop, turn around, whip his head back. And I assume from watching the video that was Hunter. And then he turns back, and then I'm watching Karmelo, trying to find Karmelo from that point in the video. And that's what I saw. I also saw the ambulance when it arrived. The canopy was sitting at the 45-yard line, which would be the middle leg of the canopy, because they only show us half of the canopy in the video. I stay there and watch until the ambulance initially starts to pull off. And the ambulance also parks at the 45-yard line, because once the ambulance arrives, you can't see the people surrounding Austin anymore. And they throw some things over the gate to assist him. And then they walk all the way around with the stretcher to get up into the bleachers. And once the ambulance was starting to leave, she said we could stay, and there was about 20 more minutes of video if we wanted to watch it, but I decided to leave because his body was already in the ambulance.
That is a totally different video from what they showed the public, right? Because we didn't see. Go ahead.
There's some things, but yeah, very, very different. Because in the video we saw those kids don't walk up and sit down. That never happens in that video. They literally walk all the way up to him, and it pops off immediately. That what's in the video, they have them walking in and sitting in the bleachers. That is not what happens. And also in the video that's being shown that the state released, you literally don't see Karmelo Anthony. I mean, I see people pointing out and assuming that's Karmelo or that's Karmelo. In our video, you can clearly see who that was Karmelo.
Wow.
The space in front of him was open. He's the only one in there with a gray hoodie. And then when he comes out to run, you see even better. So that was very different. And also, to those kids that chased him, they were running down bleachers also.
Wow.
And that's not in the footage. So there's definitely some things that are different.
That is crazy work. So guys, why would Collins County release a different video from what the people were shown prior to the trial? Think about that. To steer a narrative, to make his defense basically no defense. And what's crazy is I can't imagine that his attorney not seeing the video that you guys saw. So why didn't his attorney contest that video that was shown to the jury in the courtroom? Keep going, man. Was that all? I'm sorry. This is just crazy.
Well, I wasn't in the courtroom, and I can't. I don't
Okay.
know why, but what I will say is, it doesn't. What was seen in the state evidence, those were splices put together.
Right.
The video wasn't run in its entirety. So technically, did they not show people the video? Did they take parts of the video and put it all together to appear different than the reality of how things happened?
Well, I've spoken to people that were in the courtroom. I've watched some of their platforms or their coverage of the case, and they did not detail a video that you just told us at all. They basically saw the video that we saw. It was very blurry. They couldn't make out anybody. That is the video that they showed the jury. My question is, if they were not trying to cover up his self-defense, claim, which I believe that's what happened, then why would they switch up the video and show the jurors and the people that were in the courtroom a totally different video? But I do believe that somebody is on this panel that was in the courtroom, but I'm not sure if.
Yeah, I was in the courtroom every day, but that day I did come after they literally right after they showed the video.
Mhm.
So I saw parts of the video, but just not that enhanced version they did see. But I confirmed with people that I know who were in court during that time, and they said that video is the state's evidence. So that is what they showed the jury.
So what we have.
So what we have is what the jury saw. Yes.
And it's strikingly different than what
Nino and one who in trees, she saw the Frisco ISD video as well.
She's here.
Yeah,
she's in
here.
I think she's busy. Are you able to tell us your account?
Can you give me just a few minutes to get in my car and I'll be able to.
Yes, ma'am. Of course. This is diabolical. And they're wondering why we're so outraged. Because you railroaded a 17-year-old kid who was basically defending himself. That's why we're outraged. And we're going to stay outraged. It is what it is. Ayo, I want to hear what you got to say, brother.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for bringing me on, ma'am. I am en route. I was supposed to be at my destination by now.
It's okay.
I'm just listening in, and I do have some points I do want to speak on.
Okay.
But you have a very credible panel.
Thank you. Yep.
We've been working on this case, man, from pretty much the beginning. And so every opinion, every bit of insight is going to be credible. And again, I just thank you for having me on at this point. But I will chime in on the conversation here in a minute.
Okay. No, honestly, we thank you for coming to give us the information that we need, since they are holding the evidence in the case file hostage and has a gag order on it, and sending my request to the attorney general, asking them to deny my request. They do not want us to know what's in that file, and it is what it is. So I guess I can just, I mean, since we have a couple of people that are traveling, I can just ask a couple of questions. I think Nick Nack was in the courtroom.
I was.
Okay. I know we touched on this a little bit yesterday, but I wanted to ask an additional questions regarding the witness testimony.
Okay.
Did the atmosphere in the courtroom change as different witnesses testified? If you can remember?
I think probably definitely around EP. I feel like, Eddie, depending on at what point you came into the case. I feel like the pictures of just showing how much they actually did know each other. And, you know, just some of his testimony saying like, oh, I didn't feel the need to tell them I knew him. It was just some of his testimony it almost was like, I feel like some of the accountability started to shift on him. That's just kind of how I felt once he testified, in my opinion. And I do think there was some slight noises when those pictures started to come on the screen there.
Well, let me ask you this, and then we'll go back to it says one whole intrigued.
One who intrigues.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will we be off if we believe that the some of the blame should be on Eddie? Are we off? I mean, I believe.
No, I feel like no. Just even by his testimony, you know, I try not to. I do understand
Okay, you guys,
that there are
work with me. Can you hear me? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We can hear you very well, loud and clear. Okay. We can circle back to our question, Nick.
Yeah, we can come back. Okay, that's fine.
You have the floor, Miss Hool. Everybody, welcome Miss One Hool.
How you guys? You kind of caught me a little bit off guard, but I'm okay with it. And I am traveling a little bit, so please excuse the little bit of noise.
It's quite okay.
I did go to court 2 days. I got into the courtroom one of the days, half a day. I did go to Frisco ISD to see the video, and I would say that Nino's accounts are pretty close to what I saw. I'm just gonna give a little short version.
Okay.
So when I got there to see the video, there were two other people that was there also to see the video. One was an Austin supporter.
Okay.
So they took us into this room. You have to leave your purse and your phone in a different room, and then go into the room where they have a television screen, and there's a freeze frame of the video that we're going to watch on there. Excuse me.
Okay.
So the canopy is up in the left corner, and in order for me to see it, I'm pretty short. I got really, really close up on the screen so I could be able to see what was going on.
Okay.
So I noticed we're watching to see the boys come in, and I noticed a group of 6. And the group of 6 is walking, and then I see 2 of them splinter off, and I see the 4 go towards the canopy.
Okay.
When they get up in the canopy, let me stop right here. When I look at the canopy, even before the boys got there, you can clearly see Karmelo sitting there. I mean, his gray sweatshirt is standing out. You can tell that's him.
Okay.
So when the boys go into the canopy, they go directly up to him. They do not stop. They do not collect $200. They go straight up to Karmelo. And they're standing there. I can't tell you how long they were standing there, but they stood there for a while. I could only assume that they were having the verbal altercation about get out the tent. And then all of a sudden I see a lot of movement. And my first reaction was they're fighting.
Wow.
you know, because logically, I know they're not dancing, you know, but the
Right.
movement gave me the idea that they're fighting. So eventually, I see Karmelo fall back and leave out the back of the tent. He stands up, he looks around, and then he runs diagonally on my right down the bleachers. He falls, and then he quickly gets back up and continue to run. Now, once he fell and got back up, my eyes switched to the other side because I want to see where Hunter and Austin is at. So I can see 3 boys chasing him, and I can see one boy moving down the stairs pretty slow. When the boy that was walking falls, which I assume is Austin, I can see one of the 3 that's chasing Karmelo stop. And when he stops, he turns around, then he walks towards Austin. Now, one of the reasons I wanted to see the video is because, one, I couldn't understand why, if Hunter was next to his brother, why he did not see the poke, the stab. And then number 2, Hunter had made the claim that his brother passed away in his arms. So I wanted to see that part too, which never happened. He never got that close to his brother. There was a young, I now find out that this was a little girl that was in a yellow poncho. They just kind of stood out, so they were noticeable. And I mean, the video is pretty clear. You can see, you know, people on the track. You can see where the parking lot is. You can see buses. So the video that they're showing now, I have come to learn that it is 4 different segments of video. I put it into my video editing because I was trying to blow up the canopy more so I can see more that's going on under there. And each segment, you can tell where the segment begins and it ends. I don't know why they did that. I'm just assuming that's the way they presented it in court. But that's not the entire video. There's about, I would say, minutes out of that video.
How many minutes? Can you repeat that?
Maybe about
5 minutes missing from the video. You're going in. You're kind of going in and out now. I think you might have hit a bad area, but that sounds about right. All right, let's keep going.
Your service is bad. Your service is bad.
Huh?
I was saying your service is bad.
She might have just hit a little bad area.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she can't hear us telling her that she hit a bad area.
Okay. I think, did she freeze? I think she kind of froze.
I just hit a little bad. I think she Okay, I'm gonna sit in my car.
Hi, Lena. Thank you so much for being here, dear. We appreciate your presence. Thank you. Thank you. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you guys want. We're still waiting. We're gonna wait patiently. Okay, she's gone, but I'm pretty sure she'll be back. But it is so diabolical, right? To hear the start, you know, the differences in the video that was seen prior to the trial and what they showed to the jurors, and then also what they released to the public. But even as a juror, if a juror was directly just looking at the altercation, and they would have seen the other 2 kids that ran to the trash can and discarded something allegedly, and they would not have seen the other kid that allegedly circled back to get something out of the trash can either. That would have been hard, you know, to identify as well, especially if they're highlighting just Karmelo. And go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, but even knowing that they were showed that didn't match the testimony of any of the children. They all came in and said, we came in and we sat down. And then after a few minutes, that's when everything started. But we can clearly see on that video that they come in at a fast pace. Hunter even passes Austin. Well, they're dressed alike, so you would have to know like their shoes and things that they had on. So
Right.
Hunter even he went past Austin to go up and went directly to Karmelo.
Mm.
So all this, oh, we came in, we sat down, and
Right.
then some kids started talking reckless. Even the video that they were showed and that was released doesn't show any of that.
At
It's
all.
not consistent with the testimony in any way, shape, or form. So
at all.
And
I agree with you 1000% that the video tells a totally different story. Like, it does not line up with anyone's testimony whatsoever. So when we speak about cover-ups, in my opinion, that is exactly what happened in this case. So since you guys have been researching the people involved, the Metcalf and things of that nature, have you by chance found any connection between Jeff Metcalf and somebody in high places in Collin County? Because see, that's similar. I don't know if you guys know about the Kendrick Johnson case.
yes, we do.
Okay, similar to what happened with the Kendrick Johnson situation. The FBI dad knew the sheriff and people in high places, so they were able to cover this up and destroy all the evidence. And we're still trying to get justice and find out what really happened to Kendrick 13 years later. Did you find any connection between Jeff Metcalf and anybody in power that's high enough in Collins County?
I can't hear anything.
I can hear you.
I'm gonna defer that question for Raquel, for justice for Karmelo.
What was the question? I'm sorry, I just got back in.
Did you find? Well, welcome back.
Welcome back, sis. Y'all gotta get y'all Wi-Fi's together today. What is going on?
Everybody busy, but it's okay. We're here for we here for any.
It's Friday night,
right? But we're here for it. We're loving it. So I wanted to know, Rock, that did you find any connection between Jeff Metcalf and anyone in high places in Collin counties that he could orchestrate this cover up? I'm gonna call it what it is.
So this is what I will say. There are a lot of connections when it comes to the judges in Collin County. For example, I believe that was it. That same judge. Which judge handled the Metcalf's divorce?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't believe it was Roach. Wasn't it Willis? I'd have to double check, but I believe Greg Willis's wife handled their divorce. Yeah, so I'd have to look into it a little bit more, but there's definitely a lot of connections there. If you can give me a couple of minutes, I have someone who's definitely made the connection. I can confirm with them exactly how it goes.
Okay. We'd appreciate that, doll, if you can get that information, because I'm trying to figure out. Hey, Temper, thank you so much for being here, and thanks for correcting the person that's using all caps. We don't use all caps on the panel, even though I know that you were just asking a question. I thank you for your question, Lena. But all caps are preserved for moderators. Just let you guys know. So please don't use all caps. But yes, if you can please find out, man, because he has had to be able to pull this off. They had to know somebody in high places to pull this off, in my opinion. Let me see. I think that we lost a couple. Maybe they had to go. So AO, are you able to chime in yet?
Yeah, I'm
All
here.
right. Let's hear it.
I'm here, love. Well, like I said, we've been on this case from pretty much the very beginning of it. And let me just say the least, I think what people have witnessed at the conclusion of this trial is kind of what we've been trying to avoid and advocating and speaking out on it. One of the things that you know, and just building off the conversation that you and Rock was just having, it's apparent that there's some level of connection or motive, right? Even if it is independent efforts, you know what I mean? They just somehow all tend to point to making sure that Karmelo Anthony got wrongfully convicted. But this case was rigged from the beginning. I've been on this case again from the beginning. I've been going to Dallas or the Frisco area since October 2025, after talking about the case for so long. And what I've just noticed was that the fix when you look at the interviews of F and they were trying to do local news, right?
Hey, yo, you're kind of going in and out. You probably hit a bad area. Uh-oh. Now I can't hear you at all,
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I think we lost him.
He's here now. We lost somebody else.
We lost me now.
Okay.
She'll be back.
We can hear you, Ayo.
Okay.
Start
Can y'all
back
hear
up
me?
a little bit. Yes. Can you back up just a little bit, because you hit like a bad area and you were going in and out and we didn't catch what you were saying. Ayo. Okay, so we're losing a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm like, what is happening?
We're playing drop seat right now. I don't know what's going on. But okay, so we have just Rock back.
Okay.
Ayo, are you there? Okay, so we can't hear Ayo at all. Okay, so we're ready to improvise.
Okay.
All right.
He might have to drop out. Ayo, if you can hear me, yeah, he might have to drop out and come back in, because that's what I've been having to do when I can't hear y'all or y'all can't hear me.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right.
While we wait on Ayo, I got that information.
Okay.
So Judge Jill Willis, which is the wife of DA Greg Willis, the DA that was sitting with the Metcalf family, was the original judge for the divorce filing of Megan and Jeff Metcalf. And Paxton, let's see. So also, Ken Paxton is the Attorney General who recently blocked the Frisco ISD video from being viewed by the public just days before Judge Roach released that evidence, quote unquote. And he's married to the Texas State Senator Angela Paxton.
Okay, say that name one more time.
And Angela, or the Paxtons and the Roaches, are very close friends, lifelong friends. Or actually, Paxton and the Willis family are very close friends. They have pictures of themselves together at pretty private events.
Okay. That's diabolical. If you don't mind, when you get a chance, because I didn't get all the names, I like to do a little research myself and put them in my inbox after the live or tomorrow. Anytime over the weekend would be good.
Yeah, so it seems like Judge John Roach, married to the divorce attorney Laura Roach, who was over their divorce, the Metcalf divorce. Also the judge that presided over Karmelo Anthony's trial, working close with the DA Greg Willis and Ken Paxton.
Okay,
so there's definitely a connection here with
what about
the judges and the family.
Wow. What about Karmelo's attorney? Was there any connection found in between him and that side?
I can't hear you. I can see you talking, but I can't hear you. Is it me or is it?
I can hear her.
Okay,
I can
it's me.
hear her.
Let me come back.
Yeah.
Let me come back when you refresh. I'll be back.
Okay. So neither one who can't hear either, one who, if you can drop down and come back, I'm not sure what's going on. I can hear everybody.
I can hear everybody too. I can't hear you. I
Yeah,
can't hear you. One.
she's muted. She muted herself.
Okay, I can hear you, but I hear nobody else. I hear music.
Okay, everybody is dropped down, except Nick Nack.
Did I go out and come back in?
No, they're coming back. They're coming back. But did you
Why
want to
do I
finish?
see my face in 3 different spots?
Oh, that you're up here on 3 times. I only see you once. So it looks like that you have more than one StreamYard open, which may be the reason why you're having a little bit of connection issues. I only have you once on here, but you might want to close the other ones out. So Rock is back. We have lost AO. And now I think we lost one more person.
We lost Nino, but Star is also coming up in a few moments. She was in the courtroom, I believe Friday, Monday, and Tuesday. So she'll be able to give some things to testimony, especially early Friday that I wasn't in there for.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
and there was also something else I wanted to bring to your attention, just once we get everybody situated.
Okay, no problem. It's Friday night. People are trying to get home. I get it. But while we're waiting, what?
Oh, are we on a break?
No. It's just that.
Can you hear? Can you hear us all?
People are reporting.
Okay, who is that? I heard Nick Nack.
You can hear me? We can hear
okay.
you.
So can you hear Leah?
Can you hear me?
No.
Can you hear me?
She said no, I can't hear you.
Okay, you might have to come out like I just did. You might have to come back, leave and come back one of.
Who is that talking? Star?
This is Rock.
Oh, wow, you sound so different. Okay, let me go out and I'll come back in.
Okay.
So, guys, people are reporting the live. Can you please hit the like button?
Okay.
If you hit the like button, it'll override the reporting that they're doing. So if you have not liked the live or shared it, please do so that they won't cut us off, because that is their intention. They do not want the world to hear the information that this team is bringing to the Truth Gang into the world. So it's very important that you like the live, and it's very important that you share the live, that other people know that we're here all together collectively trying to talk about the injustice that was given to Karmelo Anthony, and we don't care what these trolls are talking about. They can go to hell expeditiously with no ice water, no air, no nothing, no oxygen, period. Let's go to hell. All right. So right now we have Nick Nack and we have Rock on the panel, and others are waiting to get on stage. So welcome back, One Who. Hi, Starlight. Thank you so much for coming, kicking it with Auntie Leah and the Truth Gang. And we got Nino back in the building, and now we're just missing AO. Everybody, welcome everybody back. Now I'm gonna shut my trap and I'm gonna let y'all do y'all thing. So go. Whoever wants to go, just go. Please.
Well, we can start.
So I think
did you wanna
Star,
finish?
she just came. Star, did you want to kind of give your experience in the courtroom?
Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
All right. Hello, everyone.
Hey, Star.
Hey. So, okay. So you're wanting my experience in the courtroom.
Hey, Star.
Hey, One Who. What's going on, boo? My experience. Where would you like me to start? Because it was a lot. It was a lot as far as just, for one, getting in the courtroom. That was a battle. Just to have to wake up at 2:00 in the morning to get in the line in time to be part of the 27 of the public. So that was a battle in itself. As far as in the courtroom, I had an experience of listening to a lot of, I would say, lies, a lot of inconsistencies from witnesses. I had experience of looking at the jurors and seeing their body language. There were some that were sleeping. We had some that just did not seem to be engaged, maybe like as if they had already kind of made their minds up of what they were going to decide. Um,
Wow.
they had what my experience of it just I was uneasy each day when
Mhm.
I left out of that courtroom for breaks each day. I did not feel good. I did not feel good because I felt as though the defense um, was not fighting hard enough, was not objecting when things needed to be objected to. Um, what else can I tell you? It's just so much.
The
If there's
floor.
any one specific question anyone's having about it, then I can, make my point to that. But I was not happy
I
at
do
all.
have I have one question because this is what I've heard on social media. Was Jeff in the courtroom leading and guiding the testimonies of the witnesses with head shakes and facial expressions, and was Judge Roach intentionally turned a different way on purpose? Is that true? Like another person or a couple of people in the courtroom said that Jeff Jeff allegedly were leading. He was leading the witnesses.
I will not speak to anything that I was not privy to or I did not see.
Okay.
So I did not see that my own personal self.
Okay.
Um, I did have many days where I did sit behind him, to the a little to the right of him.
Hmm.
So he was probably about two two seats down, 2 to 3 seats down in front of the row in front of me. But as far as me seeing it myself with my own eyes, I did not see it.
Okay.
So I
Well,
can't speak to that.
I really appreciate you not, speaking of something that you didn't see. I really appreciate that because what we don't want is people just getting on the bandwagon. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right. Yeah.
So we
I'm
appreciate
definitely not a bandwagoner. If I saw
that.
something, then I'm gonna speak out. But if I did not see it, then I'm definitely gonna not speak about it.
I appreciate that, Star. So let me ask you this: what testimony stood out to you the most, and why?
I would say Jalen. Is that his name, Nick? That's his name, right?
Yeah, Jalen. And he's 18,
Jalen.
so we can say his name. He is an
Okay, I can't
adult.
say his name.
Yeah,
Yes,
you can say.
his testimony to me stood out the most. I mean, he was probably the realest one. He did get caught
Oh no, that
in
was Tion. Are you
no
thinking about Tion?
Tion. Yes, there we go.
Yeah,
Tion. That's who
Tion.
I.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
Jalen did
Tion was.
not do good. Yeah,
Yeah,
Tion.
Tion was the realest, one. He did get caught in a little of his inconsistency towards
Hmm.
the end, but for him to say, he knew why Melo was there, and he said he was minding his own business. Literally, those were his exact words.
Wow.
Um, and he did say, I didn't have a problem with him being there because I knew why he was there, you know.
Hmm.
Um,
What did he say? Why he was there?
because
Yeah,
EP invited him and he
and
knew
it
it
was
was raining.
raining.
It was
Yeah, and it was
raining.
raining.
So he knew,
Mm,
he was like, I knew why he was there. I didn't have a problem with him being under the tent.
wow.
Um, and I also liked that he did say that everyone was standing. And he did say that I told Austin not to touch him because when Austin said you don't have anything in that bag, you from
Hmm.
Frisco. And he said, I
Hmm.
told him, don't touch him.
Hmm. Right.
Yeah. So for me, he stood out to me out of all the other witnesses.
So
He
we
stood
didn't
out.
need. We heard nothing about his testimony. Can you kind of like sum up his testimony because they're not talking about his testimony because his testimony apparently it's not going with the narrative that they're wanting the world to believe. So if you don't mind, if you can kind of elaborate a little bit.
I honestly, I can just kind of go off of a couple of things off the top of my head that I can remember, which were some of the things that I just spoke on.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I am out of town,
Okay.
and my notes are not here with me.
Okay.
My notes are at home.
Okay.
I was gonna say I can jump in if you need me to start. I
Yeah,
keep
to help
keep
refresh
my
my memory, that
I
would
got
be
you.
good, Nick. Yeah.
So
I'm
a
still
lot
here,
of
guys.
okay. So mainly his testimony, he did get a little. He said Austin wasn't under the tent or Hunter. That's what he said at first. He and then he said he turned around and he saw Mello. He saw Mello walk down to sit down after the rain started. He said he was minding his business. And he understood why he was under there. And he wasn't bothering anyone. So he didn't really question why he was under there. He said he understood. He said he saw him
I
dap.
can't hear you, Nick. Is Nick talking?
Yeah.
Yes,
Can anyone hear me?
I
Can
can hear
you?
you.
You can hear me? Okay.
I can't hear her anymore.
Nick, are you talking? Because I can't hear
Yeah.
you. Can y'all
I
hear
can hear
me?
you, Nick.
I
I
can
can
hear
hear
you,
you,
Star, but I
Star.
can't hear Nick.
Okay, Nick, drop out, come
Can
back
you hear me,
in.
Star?
It's me.
Yeah, I
Y'all
can hear
can-
you. Who's that, Nino?
I can hear
Yeah.
you.
I can hear all of you.
Yeah, I can hear you, Nino, but I can't hear Nick anymore.
Okay.
Okay,
Do I need to drop?
I don't
hold
hear her
on.
either, but I see her.
Do it again. Try
I
say
see
something, Nick.
her, but I
Oops,
don't
did
hear
she
her.
drop?
No, I'm
Say,
here.
No,
Okay,
I
Hi,
I
see
see
her
her.
and I
everybody.
see her
Now
mic
I hear
moving
you.
too.
I
But
didn't
y'all
I
say
hear
can't
hi
you
hear.
to
now.
everybody when I came in. How's everybody doing?
hi.
What up, uh-huh?
I can hear you. Can you hear Nick?
I can't even hear the host. Is the host
Okay.
speaking too?
I am. I am
Yeah, we're
So
speaking.
can
speaking.
only me, Nino, and one who hear each other?
I don't know because
Yes,
I
I
can
can
I
hear
can hear
I can
everyone.
hear
everybody. I
everybody.
hear
I
everybody.
can't hear you,
Auntie
host.
Lee,
Okay, hold
I
on.
can't hear the host.
What about now? Can
Yeah,
you
I
hear
can
me
hear you.
now?
I can't hear the host.
Oh my
Yeah, me
goodness.
either.
What is going
What's
on?
I
happening?
can hear
You know what?
Star and Knick-Knack, but I can't hear the host.
I
Do
am
I
They're
need?
not
trying.
Should I leave and come back? Do you think
try
it's me?
That's
I
what
don't
I
know.
did earlier.
I can see the host mouth moving, but I
I
can't hear her.
I
Yeah,
can hear
when
everybody.
I
I
dropped
can.
earlier, I couldn't hear
Me
anybody.
too. I can hear
Everybody drop
everybody.
down and come back.
Okay,
I
Go
we'll
can't
out
do
hear
and
the
that.
host.
swipe
Go
down
out.
and swipe up.
Mm-hmm. No. Now hold on, let me see. Put it in the private chat. Go out.
I wonder if we should log out and log back in.
I can still hear you, Star.
I can
I
hear
just don't hear the
everybody.
host.
Hold on, I got a message. Go out and come back in is what she said.
Yeah, for a
She
second
said
I
go
couldn't hear
out.
Nick Nack at all. So I
I
She
came
said
and
go out and come
dropped
back
out
in.
and
Now I
came
don't
back.
hear Star.
Can you hear
I
me, Nino? Nino?
Yeah, I don't hear Star either.
Now I don't hear anybody.
this
I
is
hear
so
you, Nino. Yeah, I hear Nino. I don't hear Star. And she just dropped out. I'm sorry about this. We
it's
Yeah,
so
I
actually
don't hear
we're also
anybody.
used to like TikTok. We're not used to StreamYard. So
I can definitely hear every last one of you.
All
I
right,
can
See
hear
AO's
I think I'm good.
I
Can
see
you guys
AO
hear me?
circle moving,
I
but I
hear
don't
you,
hear him.
AO. I hear everybody.
oh, I don't
Okay,
hear
can you hear
AO.
me? Because I don't see my picture.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear
I
every
I hear you, one who I don't hear AO.
Okay, I can hear AO.
I don't
Oh
know.
Lord. Okay.
I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea what is going on. I hear everybody. Hello? Now I
Hey,
don't hear
Freedom.
anybody.
I can hear you.
I can't
Okay.
Can
hear.
you hear me?
Is the host talking? I can't hear the host.
Ayo, can you hear me?
You know, the devil's a lie. I'm
Ayo.
so this is crazy. The devil is a liar. Oh my God. All of a sudden we can't hear each other. And the chat, everybody hears everybody.
Now I can't hear nobody.
You can't hear me either.
I can't even hear the host.
I'm right here. I can hear everybody.
It say you're in the show. Everyone can see and hear you. Nick Nack. Nick,
Mm-hmm.
you can hear me?
Yes.
I
Can you
can
hear the
hear
host?
you. I can hear you.
She's not talking.
I'm right here.
I
She
can
is
hear
Oh, I
her.
now.
can hear
You can hear
everybody.
her?
Yes.
I cannot hear the host.
Yay! Oh.
I hear you
Oh
though.
darn.
I hear you, but I don't hear the host.
I can hear everybody.
I don't know
I'm gonna
what's
have to
happening.
She told me to go out. I went out and came back in and still can't hear her.
Ao is disconnected. Okay, so now he's back.
I'm gonna go back out.
Can you guys hear
Maybe
me?
I'm gonna go back
I
out and
can
Yes.
come
hear
back
I can hear
in.
you.
you
I can hear
Yes,
good,
everybody.
but
I
now
can hear
I can't hear the
everybody.
host
You
anymore.
can hear
I can't
everybody.
hear you.
I
Yes.
can't hear the host
Oh
anymore.
I
Lord.
can't hear nobody but you. Is Nino talking?
I'm talking, but I can't. I can hear Star, Ao.
All right, let me go
I
out.
can't hear the
Let
host.
me go. Let me tell the host I'm gonna go out and come back in.
Okay. So who wants to talk while we having technical
Yeah, I
difficulties?
can't hear the host. It just keeps going in and out for me. It's getting
This is
frustrating.
crazy work.
I know.
It's the devil. But the devil can't win, won't win
Won't win. Okay.
at all. At all.
Well, I can, you know what? I can, if, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and finish up what I was saying about his testimony.
Okay.
And then I guess we can try to get everyone else in
Okay.
as I get done. Okay.
Okay.
So what was I saying? So he said he understood why he was under there. He said he
Mhm.
wasn't really bothering anyone. He saw him dap up Eddie. He say he heard him say, now this is on direct, by the way. He said he did hear him say, touch me and see what happens. He said Austin was already up, and he said he told Austin not to touch him because he did believe he had something. He said, I do believe him. He also said he couldn't remember if there was any cursing. This is where he kind of, on direct, he was a little, I don't know. So he said there wasn't a lot of, he doesn't remember if there was cursing. He said Austin was moving Melo's shoulder.
Okay.
And then, he saw, and then there was a poke, or there was the stab. And he said he was in disbelief. Um, he said he thought Austin was trying to be nice, but Carmelo wasn't listening. Um, he said Austin didn't seem like he wanted to fight. And then they asked him, what does touch me mean to you? And he said, well, he touched his shoulder, with two hands. And then I want to note, I wrote in my notes that at that point, the other kid said it was one hand. So I noted that, they had two different accounts.
Right.
He said he was being aggressive to move him. So he was like, he was being aggressive to move him, but he didn't think he wanted to hurt him. And then he said everyone was seated. He said, then, Austin rolls down the bleachers, and he jumps up and says, I was stabbed. And then they asked him, did Hunter play a role in it? He said no. He said he was trying to get the trainers and this kid said he was trying to get the trainers, but the trainers weren't moving fast enough for him.
Who
And
was
then
trying it?
the kid, I don't know, because he's still in school. So I forgot he was still in school when I said his name. I'll just call him T.
Okay.
I'll
So
call him T.
I didn't see anybody on the video trying to get anybody, but
So
okay.
right, and this is where my confusion comes in. And if you want, we can do that in real time. So Melo's teammate said that where he was on the 35-40 yard line spot, he said when he was looking up, he did say he said he saw him. He said people around him, because they were very particular about him saying surrounded. So he said he saw people around him, and then he said he saw one person trying to break up the fight, and then other people like around Melo. So it would be consistent what T said, because eventually he does say on cross he stood up, because he said at first he didn't remember, and then I can't remember who, I think Shook did his cross, and he said, do you remember what you said to the police that day? And he said, oh yeah, well, I stood up when Austin stood up,
Okay.
because he said he was trying to stop him from touching him.
Okay. So we all saw the video and we noted that it was not an unaggressive touch.
Exactly.
Correct.
Right.
And we all read the narrative reports, and we also know that Austin touched him more than once.
Exactly.
Okay. So I call BS, and they must have got that he wanted to probably tell the whole truth, but he was trying to water down the situation.
Oh yeah. He definitely, because like I said, he did have some inconsistencies, but there were some things that I do think um he did try to be truthful about. Because he said I believed him, and he also said he believed that EP was recording. And EP said he didn't, because he even asked Eddie, like, did you recorded, and he was like, no, I didn't. And Eddie said they didn't ever have that conversation, that Jose was the one that saw him recording. But I'm like, it was all over the place.
Right.
Yeah, it was all over the place, honestly.
So let me ask you guys this: Were there were there moments when the courtroom became noticeably emotional?
I would say, is Starback, because there was a moment where
I'm here, but I
okay,
can't hear her question, Nick. Just
okay.
tell me what her question is because I can't
She
hear the host. I can only hear you.
You can only hear
Oh
me. Okay.
wow.
So
Yeah.
for you, were there any notable moments in the courtroom that everyone was emotional? For me, I'm gonna say the 911 call that I told you about the other day. But Star was in there when they showed his body on the body cam. So I would really like her to speak to that, because when everyone came out the courtroom, I could see everybody was sad and kind of crying. And I was like, yo, I said, what just happened? And
Wow.
and then she was like, they showed his body, they were only supposed to show the knife of how
Right.
the officer found the knife, but they end up showing Austin's body. So
Well, they
Star, if
showed
you,
the whole body cam.
yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
Star, did you want to, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I
Okay.
don't know if everyone can hear me or just you can hear me. Can the host hear me? Ask the host,
I
can she hear me?
I can hear her.
We can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay, okay. Yes, so I was in the courtroom for the body cam of one of the officers. It was the officer who roped off the crime scene. He is also the one who took photos of the knife and can I say knife on here? Of
Yes.
the
I
tool
can't hear Star.
and the backpack and things like that. And so they started from the very beginning. And with them starting it from the very beginning, you could see all the chaos
Let
that
me
was
go
going
look
on,
on
all the
Facebook so I can
children
hear what's going
that
on.
were emotional, and you can hear Hunter in the background. You could hear this is when we hear Hunter in the background, you can see the jury and the family in front of me begin to wipe tears and sniffles because Hunter was, eh, he was in agony. He was crying out and crying out some words, and you can also see Austin on the ground. You can
Oh,
see him being pale and gray. You can see them doing chest compressions on him, and you can see um, coaches and parents around that were praying. You can hear them praying. You can hear them just calling for Hunter to not leave and to stay with them. And so, and again, yes, this video was supposed to be about the poker itself, the tool
hmm.
itself, and they decided to play the entire thing. And so everyone in the courtroom got emotional, including my own self, um,
Yeah.
including other Mellow supporters. It was an
Yeah.
emotional time experience to have, and they left that for us right before break.
Okay.
So they basically wanted us to dwell on that right before our 10-minute break. And so yes, when we left out of the courtroom, it was um it was heavy. It was very heavy in the courtroom. And so everyone outside of the courtroom could feel it when we left out. But that
Okay.
was an experience of people, getting emotional. I'm also going to say this, y'all. When they came back, when the jury came in to give us the verdict,
Hmm.
there was an emotional juror. The very
Mm.
first lady, um, the very first YT lady, she sat in the first chair up on the top. And she
Hmm.
came in and crying. She had tears in her. She was crying. She had tears all in her eyes. You can see that she was emotional. Um, so
Okay.
those two moments for me.
Okay. Well, if you don't mind, I want to go ahead and play the 911 call that you just spoke about. If you can tell
I
her
can't
that.
hear her talking, Nick. So if she asks
Okay.
me a question, let me
So
know.
she was talking about the body cam. The 911 call that I thought was emotional was when Joshua Redman was on the stand. He's the Liberty coach.
Mm-hmm.
He was on the stand kind of describing his efforts to save um, Austin's life. They played the one from Rob there, that 911 call. So
Okay.
I'm not sure which one because I know there was two. I think
I
two
got two.
students called.
There were two.
Yeah. Okay.
I got both
I
of
thought
them.
it was two.
I'm
Okay.
gonna play just one of them. Hopefully, this is the right one. Hold on 1 second.
Okay. You'll be able to tell because one is a kid and one's an adult.
911, what is the location of the emergency? Hi, we're at Kuykendall Stadium.
Is that it?
No, that's the
Do you know who
kid.
shot him?
Okay. Let me get this one
We have
off.
no clue.
Hold on a
We're sitting in our
second.
camp, but you need to send an ambulance.
All right. Hold on a second. I'm gonna try to plot. Let me see. I know which one it is. Then.
Because I think two kids called. Two kids and one adult.
I need paramedics at Kuykendall Stadium right away.
Okay, what's going on? Yeah, this is.
I have an athlete that was stabbed.
He was stabbed?
Yes.
Okay, where's
Yes.
the person who stabbed him?
I don't know.
Okay, where in the stadium is he?
We are on the visitor side bleachers. We have Army veteran that's trying to keep compression on the wound.
Okay. Are you with him now?
He is laying here. He
How old
is
is he?
starting to go unconscious.
How old is he?
High school age, so maybe 15, 16, 17.
Okay. Is he awake?
No, he's going unconscious.
Okay. Is he breathing?
Not right now.
Breathing.
No, he's not.
He's not breathing at all?
No.
Okay, where was he stabbed at?
In his chest.
Okay. I've got them coming, okay? Stay on the phone with me, all right?
Okay.
Is the assailant still nearby?
Okay, I'm here.
Is the assailant still nearby?
Stay with me, Austin. Come on, come on. Every once in a while, there's a graphic. He's here. Come on, come on, come on.
I'm going to keep you with me, okay, until they're with you. Is he breathing still?
He's trying, yeah. We're doing compressions and giving him mouth to mouth.
Okay.
Come on, come on.
Hey, they're doing CPR on him.
Fight through, fight through, fight through, fight through.
Okay, just keep going, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Come on.
The medics are coming as fast as they can. Just keep me updated, okay?
Come on. Yes, ma'am. Fight through, baby. Fight through, Austin. Come on.
Yeah. So you have that, and you have the family crying as this is playing, and then you have him on the stand, and they're asking him like, "Do you feel like you did everything you could to save his life?" And he's like, "Yeah, I did."
I'm gonna say this, that this whole situation just breaks my heart. And the fact that the trolls, they are making a joke out of this kid's death. Really, they don't really realize it when they come into this chat talking about Watermelon Felon and Karmelo, he's doing time, and throwing all these racist remarks to get a reaction out of us, that we can't even feel the pain of losing a 17-year-old child at school, because they are so hyper focused on making this 17-year-old black child suffer for the act of defending himself, that we can't even mourn the fact that Austin lost his life because Jeff Metcalf and his mama didn't teach these kids not to put their damn hands on somebody else's kid. It breaks my heart that Austin's died, but there's a lesson in this whole situation that this whole troll forum is trying to deflect from. And that is, teach your kids not to bully, teach your kids not to walk up on somebody who said, "Don't walk up on me, don't touch me." to believe if somebody said that they have something, leave me alone, because we don't know what Karmelo went through. We don't know who was bullying him. We don't know that, right? All he know is there's multiple kids surrounding him and threatening him, period, point blank. But he warned them more than once. But all these trolls want to do is say he's a thug, which we know he's not. He's a murderer, which we know he's not. They're deflecting from the real issue at hand, which is don't bully. I'm sorry, guys. I know it's getting late. It's getting late for us.
It's okay. Yeah,
'Cause
it's 10 my time, but it's Fridays. I'm okay. It's
Okay, so let's keep going. Anybody else want to say anything real quick? Can they hear me?
Can you
I
guys
hope
hear
no.
me?
If she asked it, can you hear me,
Okay,
Nick?
because I can't hear nobody but you
Okay,
and
if she
the
asked me a
host.
question, just you ask it to me, please, because I
okay.
can't hear.
And I can
I
hear
can only hear
AO.
you. I can't hear nobody else. Not one who, not AO, nobody.
Okay.
Let's give AO the floor. Mediator.
Ayo.
Uh-oh.
Ayo, are you there? Okay, there you go.
Can you guys hear me?
I can I hear you. We
Oh,
can
I
hear
can
you.
hear AO. I can hear him. It's just the host I can't
Ayo,
hear.
are you there? Okay.
Oh, well, I
Can
can't
you
hear
guys
him
hear
no
me?
more, but okay.
Yeah, I can hear you, AO.
I'm good.
So I got you streaming from
I was trying to find the host on
yeah.
I'm sorry.
All right. As long as you
Facebook so I
guys
can
can hear
hear.
me, that's cool. I'm on a little bit of a delay. I haven't figured out how to get in real time, but yeah, we've been following this case for a minute. I think there's a lot of questionable things in regards there too. First and foremost, we don't believe that he was tried fairly.
Right.
I think my position has been that Karmelo should have never been indicted in the first place.
I agree.
And this is just my personal opinion.
No, I agree with
I express anybody else's opinion but mine. And so I don't believe that Karmelo should have been indicted in the first place. I think that if the state wished to seek any kind of criminal, charges, it should have probably started off with criminal negligence if they even had a shot, right?
Right.
But we were there every day, and after advocating for over a year plus, man, and keeping the story alive on social media, I don't think that we seen anything presented by the state that we weren't already prepared for and arguing. I think that now that it's kind of come out to the public, it's just kind of caught some traction, and we're thankful for people like you that have caught wind of it and trying to keep the narrative alive. I think Nick Nack and Star and One Who, Nino, Raquel, I don't know if she's still here or not. All of these women were at the forefront
I'm here.
and gathering credible information, man, and taking their time out to go see the video, take notes, and present them online. And I think what we've seen was inconsistent statements from state's witnesses. We did not see the state actually, in fact, establish knowledge and or intent that Karmelo, did indeed murder Austin Metcalf. I don't think we've seen that at all. And on the flip side, I think that we didn't see the greatest defense put up on his behalf, and I think that was due to a lot of the way that Judge Roach really ruled this case with an iron fist, and then it's kind of like Auntie, it's kind of like he threw the rock and then hit his hand with his press run after the fact of admitting to some type of error, but not really all of the error. And I think we see it, man. I think we see how they ruled this case and how unfairness has affected us all over the course of. I think we see it, man. I think we see. I'm sorry, guys. I think we see it over, how unfairness has affected us over time, and I'm thankful that we've been able to have it from a transparent perspective.
I agree with you 1,000%. Do you know that?
Were you getting ready to say something?
I was. I actually lost my panel members because of this case. I had a couple of people on my panel for a long time, and we were tackling the Kendrick Johnson case. But because I stood on the fact that they railroaded this kid, I stood and took up for our people. And I stood on the fact that I was not about to allow the ops, and when I say the ops, the people that come in under the guise of, oh, we're for justice, oh, we love black people, oh, blah blah blah, I'm not racist, would blatantly come with disrespectful comments on the day that they dealt this kid this blow. I lost my panel. And I just want to say that I'm so glad that I stood my ground, because I recognize, because you can't be in the deep south and don't know what racism is. Because this person, this white person, well, I didn't know my comments were insensitive. I stood on that because I just knew what they did with this kid, and you was not going to play on my top. And any person that are for justice and for their people, and any platform is for injustices against any people, period, is not going to. We're not going to make excuses, basically, and we're not going to easily accept injustices when it's blatant. Let me slow it down. Blatantly in front of our face. And what they did to Karmelo Anthony, a kid with no record, very smart, right? A leader, clearly surrounded and violated. Clearly he was assaulted. We're not going to stand for that. We're going to keep fighting. And I got a whole song called Quit Throwing Rocks and Hiding Your Hands as well. So I really appreciate each and every one of you. It is getting late. And I'm sorry. And I don't want to cut anybody off. But do you guys want to come back?
We can.
If you guys don't mind.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we can come back.
What day would you guys like to
I
come
do.
back?
I really do. I really do
want
want
to
to.
hear
And
it.
I apologize. I was supposed to be in.
As long as it's
No
in the
apology.
evening, I'm good with that.
We are always
Um,
live. Mhm.
are y'all available on Sunday?
Yes, that is like our
Yes.
main show.
Who is that speaking? Who is that?
Me.
Is that Nick?
That's right. And I'm actually available all day Sunday. So, whenever, y'all want to do it Sunday, that would be perfect.
Yes. We can do it
Um,
Sunday.
Sunday works for me. It does. It just depends on the time for me when it comes to Sunday. My son has baseball right now, and so he's gonna have a baseball game on Sunday. I just don't know what time, and then I'll be traveling home after that game on Sunday. So the travel home is great because I'm in the car for 4 hours.
Well, it's always the evening time. We're always like the dinner show.
Okay.
So it's always around 6:45 if that works for you guys, which is 7:45 for you guys, which is 7:45 for us, 6:45. Well, whatever.
Well, I'm Eastern.
I'm Eastern too.
Yeah, I think me and you are the only Eastern. Everybody else is on
So let's
Central.
accommodate them.
Okay, that's fine.
So 6:45 Eastern, which would be 7:45 for
Maybe
them.
we'll be able to hear everybody.
I'm
Hopefully.
Central.
Well, that Central is the is the hour behind us, or yeah, behind us. What the hell?
Well, I
Yeah, y'all figure it
We'll
out.
figure it out.
Let me know. I think it's Rock that has my inbox. Anybody can inbox me, by the way. I am Leah A. Ficklin on Facebook. Inbox me. Let's get this together because we really need to get into the depths of what really happened to this kid. Because while they have this dream team, it is so important that we continue to raise awareness to the injustice that was served to this black king. Period, point blank. I don't care how mad they get. I don't care. It don't bother me at all. You know what I'm saying? So let's just let's keep talking about them. And we wasn't there. We want to know the truth. I need to know what really happened. And because they are so hell-bent on keeping this file under a gag order, we have to know you guys' perspective, if that makes sense. So not tomorrow night, but Sunday night. Is that what we're agreeing to?
Yes, Sunday, 7:45 our time, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Let's get a thumbs up from everybody else if we can.
Yeah, it's good for me.
Okay.
You said it's at 7, so that would be 6 my time.
I believe so. So, okay. So what we'll do, we'll coordinate it with Rock. I think you're the one in my inbox, right, Rock? Rock.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, could you give me your name on Facebook?
Yeah, Leah, Leah, middle initials A. Last name is Ficklin, F with an I. I mean F with an F. ICKLIN is a Nancy. Leah A. Ficklin. And I think that Rock was going to get me some more videos that we can display on our next live. We really appreciate you guys. You have no idea how much the Truth Gang really appreciate you guys. We thank you guys so much for coming, and we really hope that you guys come back.
We will be back, hopefully with better Wi-Fi.
Yep.
Service.
It's all good. So we're about to end, guys, and we're going to end with stop throwing rocks and hide your hands.
Period.
Because we're sick of it. Absolutely. We love y'all.
Thank you.
We'll see y'all soon.
Thank you.
You throw rocks, then you hide your hands.
Say you real, I don't understand.
Drop Truth Gang in the comments on your way out. We'll see y'all in 2 days.
Truth Gang know who you really is.
I done felt pain, I done seen it all.
People throw dirt, wanna see you fall.
But what's done in dark gon' hit that wall.
Truth gon' rise, yeah, standing tall. Yeah, I kept it solid, I stayed the same. You changed up quick, can't say the same. I seen the envy behind that smile. It was love at first, then it turned to vow. You threw them stones, try to play it cool, but truth don't sleep, it don't follow rules. I felt the shift, I peeped the vibe. You can't fake real, you can't outrun lies. I gave my trust, you played your role. Whole time you was digging holes, but I ain't fall, I stood 10 toes. Truth game strong, yeah, that's how it goes.
You throw rocks, then you hide your hands.
Say you real, I don't understand.
Truth Gang, baby.
But you switching plans.
Truth Gang know who you really is.
I done seen fakes and family quick. Heard whisper floating, they all in the mix. You said my name, but not with respect. Tryna tear down what you can't neglect. I stay quiet, I let it breathe. Truth reveal what you can't deceive. You play both sides, thought it was smart, but guilt gon' eat at a hidden heart.
I don't do clout, I don't do lies.
Truth Gang moving with open eyes.
We don't guess, yeah, we verify. Every false move get magnified.
I see through you, I see through you. No more lies, no more disguise. Truth don't die, multiply.
Nah, it's coming back, yeah, circle tight. Everything done gon' meet the light. You can run fast, you can change pace, but truth gon' find you face to face.
I ain't bitter, I just learned. Every fake bridge gon' get burned. I stay real when it got hard, now I'm healing from scars.
Truth Gang here, yeah, we stand strong. We been right even when they said wrong.
This bigger than me, this bigger than you. This for everybody chasing truth. Truth can.
Hey, we love y'all.
We don't.
I might see y'all tomorrow, but this panel, free Karmelo Anthony, Sunday. Peace.
Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for coming. Please like, share, and subscribe. Come back again.